coolest or most bizarre item you legally didn't have to pay taxes on, either for a show or personally as a freelance artist.
Oh yeah, the tax-exempt form. Oh God, I love the tax-exempt form.
So the weirdest things that I have bought under a tax deduction for my job are condoms to make blood packs.
Alcohol, we use it in theater to clean costumes. So we can get alcohol that's tax deductible sometimes, depending on where you are and your state rolls.
Lots and lots of really cheap vodka.
We buy a lot of alcohol to spray the clothes down. Vodka and water is actually the best thing to clean and freshen the clothes.
And you get a lot of really strange looks when you're going through the checkout with a giant stack of condoms and really cheap vodka at the same time and ask for it to be tax deductible. That's always a fun one to explain.
You know, it's not a big deal at the craft stores or the supply stores, but when you are shopping for clothes or shoes,
especially if you're also buying the red food coloring to make the blood packs, that always gets you some strange looks.
This is my favorite one. I didn't deduct it, but it's a really funny story. So I had a shoe that was broken, a tap shoe that was broken, and it needed like a very specific screw, you know, to fix the shoe. And I had to find the screw, and I went everywhere, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
Always the weirdest one that's tax deductibles is when you're doing a show that has to do with a lot of lingerie.
And I took the shoe, just the single shoe, into the Ace Hardware, and I put the shoe on the counter, and I was like, I need a screw that fits this hole. Is very tiny, but it has to be secure and in there so that way the tap doesn't fall off. And the man behind the counter at the Ace Hardware was like,
underwear or corsets, because you'll just go into Target and buy massive amounts of bras, lingerie and panties, and then be like, this is all tax deductible.
I think my favorites were when I was in university and I had to purchase undergarments from Victoria's Secret. And that is a thing that the university started to ask questions about.
And he took the shoe and he took it to the back and he tried every single little tiny screw. And he's like, you know, there's something wrong with the thing. So he re-tapped the hole that had the little screw in, and he put a teeny tiny screw in, and he gave me a ticket and he said, go to the front, you know, and pick. It took him like a half an hour.
It's just great to see a big gay guy go into a store and come out with $500 worth of underwear. It's kind of fun.
And he gave me the ticket, and I went to the front, and the guy was like, he looked at the ticket and he looked at me and he goes, well, where's the screw? And I held up the shoe and I was like, it's in this, it's in here. And he was like, that will be 6 cents.
It's like the combativeness, I think, is my favorite thing of every cashier. Or the number of people who tell you, oh, you're not allowed. We don't do that here. We don't. I'm like, legally you do. Like, this is a thing. You absolutely do.
So like I paid 6 cents for a teeny tiny screw and 1/2 hour of this poor man's time.
I love that I can deduct any fashion magazines that I want to read are also deductible because it is keeping me up to date on current research. Same goes with books about clothing or fashion. And tickets to go to the theater are tax deductible because it is additional research for my job.
I've done a lot of Disney projects. So my sister lives in Orlando. So when I do Disney projects, I take a trip down there and I do a bunch of research, either at Disney World or just in and around the Orlando area, and I write those up. So that's a benefit